Okay, next comes putting in doors, doors and windows. And I'm going to give you this file here, this PDF, that shows the locations of the doors and also a tag number for them. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to set these things up. If a door, in a case like this, a door would be centered in the closet opening. Okay, centered in the space. Okay, uh, in a case like one of these right here, like door number 9, uh, you're going to come over 4 inches from the finish wall, and that would be the jam spot. Okay. This one I'm giving you a measurement of 2 foot 4 1/8. I think that dimension will still work fine. It kind of centers it in that space right there. So if it's just a common practice, if a door can be centered in a space, we center it in the space. If it's going into the corner of a room like here, it's 4 inches off of the wall. Anything other than that, you need to dimension the location of the door. Okay. So that's where the doors are going to go. And I'm giving you a door schedule here that tells you the tag numbers that I used in the plan drawing, the width of the door, okay, and then the type of the door. Okay, so let's pull that out of the way here. And we're gonna use the dynamic block out of the design center. So let's go to come on, we'll go to insert. We're gonna open design center, or you could just type ADC, and you're going to navigate. I'll go back a couple of steps here. You may get this when it first opens. Okay, depends on when's the last time you used Design Center, if you've used it at all. But if you need to find it over here in the folders list, you can go C drive, program files, Autodesk, AutoCAD. I'm using 2016. Yours will be AutoCAD 2017. Um, and then you go down. I think it's the samples. Yeah, samples is the next folder. Sample English US. And we're going to go dynamic blocks. And we want to open the architectural imperial. Go to the blocks. Okay, now here's got some things here, and we're definitely going to use the door imperial. We may use the window. I'll have to look at that one still. I haven't decided yet. But what you do is uh, switch back to the A door level layer. Sorry. Go to Design Center, click that door, and drag it into your drawing. And I'm going to dock that over to the side there. Oops. Come on. Make that auto hide. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to modify the way dynamic blocks work. Is you can adjust. It's got preset sizes, so you can change the size of it. Okay, but in our case, it doesn't have the wall thicknesses that we need, so we have to edit it. So I want to select it, right click, and go block editor. And we'll come down here, and I want to click on the wall thickness and go to properties for that. And right down here for the value set, distributed value list. I want to click that and click the little edit button. Now I've already added the 4.5 inch thickness on mine because I was working in it. We also need to add a 4 3/4 inch thickness. So we're going to go 4 3/4 inch because that was the thickness of our exterior wall. Okay, the widths are we're good with the widths, I believe. We've got 2'6", 2'8", and 3 for all of those, so that's all all pretty good. So we can go close editor, and it's going to save changes, yes. Now, when I select it, I can hit the pull down right here, and you may have to zoom in on it a little bit, but I can adjust 4.5, 4 3/4, whichever ones that I'm going to be doing. Or you can select it and go to properties, come down here and change it. So we'll go 4.5. Okay, so I need to place some doors, and you can kind of place them, drop them in place. You can adjust the door swing. You can change it by clicking these two arrows. It changes the swing. I need one in that orientation, so I'm going to copy it. Choose my base point there, and it is going to go in this wall right here. So I'll go ahead and drop it in that corner just for right now. And I can move it. I wasn't paying very much attention when I dropped it. Oh, my object snap moved it over there. Oh, I need to turn off my ortho mode. That's what's got me messed up. So I want it in that corner right there. And then I can go move again. Oh, that was to the center. That's not. Anyway, okay, so let's see, that was door 13. Let me set the width of it. It was 2'8". Okay, and if I look back at my plan, that was 2'4" and 1/8 from the center. So I can do a offset of this 2'4.125". Okay, that's going to be the center of my door. I'm going to have to change that measurement. I'm going to have to go back and adjust that because I think these walls may have gotten kind of moved around since I did that drawing. So I will change that back. It is going to be centered in this wall opening though. So maybe we just have to do the math on that. But that's how the doors work. And then once you get all your doors in once you get them all in place and they're checked, then you want to trim the wall out. Okay, and once you've trimmed them, you can turn off your door layer. And you can close in the edges of the openings there. Okay. Now then, you've got a bunch of doors that are bifolds, and with bifolds, there's not really one given to you, so you just make your own. And what I did is I drew a rectangle, and the thickness of the rectangle, let's pull it up here. Oh, that won't tell me. Okay. Should be 1 and what do we do? 1.5. Okay. So it's a rectangle 1.5 thick, And then whatever the door opening is, when you add up the length of all of the panels, it's the width of the door. So this door number 14, which is a double bifold, is 6 feet. So that means that if you add all four of these together, you got 6 feet across. So one door covers 3 feet. So that means this is 1 foot 6 inches for the rectangle. And so you make those and you get them to the right size apart and they're lined up, and then you can copy and move them and place them. You cannot scale them because you end up changing the thickness, and the thickness needs to be, it needs to stay the same. So kind of here's what you're going to end up kind of looking at. Now door tags, let's address that real quick, like, and they're going to go on a door identity. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and change that. And what we do is we create a multi-leader style to use the tag. So I'm going to go with a new multi-leader door tags. Okay, so now we'll get our settings right. Format will go none by layer. Arrowhead, it's not going to matter because we have no arrowhead. Annotative, check that. Content will be block, circle, center extents, layer, scale, 1 inch. Now we'll go OK. Multi-leader, and see that pulls in a circle. And so I'll place it. And what I want to do is you kind of have to play with them is to get them in a good location, because you may end up having to move them anyway. And then this pops up. This is your tag number. And let's see, that was door number 14. And so there it places it. Oh, excuse me, that was door number 15. 13. Duh. Okay. And so that's kind of how you do doors. When you put your exterior doors in, you're going to manually go ahead and draw in a threshold, okay, or a door sill, okay, across there. And let's see, okay, I just went 2 inches, 2 inches longer than the door opening on both sides and 2 inches out from the house. Do that. Same thing back here, bifolds. That pretty much handles doors, okay? And you can see here, I trimmed out the walls. I think it looks better because you may end up turning your doors off. You may turn them on. It depends on what you're doing. And so it shows the extents of the openings there. So I like to put the wall line back in right there after I place the doors. And you can do it real easy after you've placed your doors in and trimmed your walls. Turn your door layer off. That way you can draw it without snapping to a whole bunch of other stuff. But that's how we do doors.